Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 12th of July 2024. This day is celebrated as Paperback Day. It's observed 12th July annually to recognize the importance of the invention of the paperback that we mostly take for granted. From the history point of view, in 1823, the first steamship built in India, was unveiled in Calcutta and now Kolkata and launched on 12th July, that is today, in 1823. The first Diana was constructed at Messrs. Kills and Co. Company dockyard in the Kirapur near the Calcutta, India. The Diana was sent to the Irrawaddy River in 1825 during the Anglo-Burmese War 1824 to 1826. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Israel presses operation in Gaza's north. Palestinians make their way over the rubble past destroy buildings after the Israeli military withdrew following a 2-week offensive from the Shujaiya neighborhood east of Gaza City on July 11, 2024, aimed at the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Hamas. The upsurge in fighting, bombardment, and displacement followed Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statement in the late June that the war is in its intense phase is about to end. Israeli airstrikes pounded parts of Gaza's biggest city on July 11, Hamas said, after Israel's military declared an end to its operation in an eastern district that saw the Gaza city's heaviest combat in the months. The upsurge in fighting, bombardment, and the displacement followed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statement in the late June that the war in its intense phase is about to end. North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO) began sending F-16 jets in new support for Ukraine. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the F-16 transfer concentrates Vladimir Putin's mind on the fact that he will not outlast Ukraine. He will not outlast us. NATO allies on Wednesday announced they had started transferring F-16 jets to Ukraine while stepping up promises to Kyiv on eventual membership in the alliance. At the 75th anniversary summit clouded by political uncertainties in the United States, with the pomp of the 3-day gathered in the United States Capitol, President Joe Biden is aiming to rally the West and also reassure voters amid pre-election scrutiny of whether at 81, 6 years older than NATO itself, he remains fit for the job. Centerfield is BSF CISF TG's to reiterate a commitment on 10% reservation for Agniveers in CAPFs. Ministry of Home Affairs on June 18, 2022 announced that the 10% of all vacancies in the Central Armed Police Forces will be reserved for the armed forces recruits who have completed 4 years of the service under the Agniveer scheme. The first batch of Agniveers will be eligible for the recruitment in CAPFs such as CISF, BSF, CRPF, ITBP, Shastra Seema Bal, and Assam Rifles in 2026. As the center feels the heat of an Agniveer scheme, it fielded the chiefs of the Central Industrial Security Force, CISF, and Border Security Force, BSF, to reiterate the government's commitment to reserve 10% vacancies in the Central Armed Police Forces, CAPFs, for Agniveers. The first batch of Agniveers will be eligible for the recruitment in CAPFs such as CISF, BSF Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, as Shastra Seema Bal, SSB, and Assam Rifles in 2026. Defense Research Development Organization approves 7 technologies for the development by private sector. The project for the development of underwater launched unmanned aerial vehicles has been awarded to Saga Defense Engineering in Pune. The Defense Research and Development Organization has sanctioned 7 new projects for the private sector under the Technology Development Fund scheme as a part of the efforts to nurture industries, especially micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSME, and startups, the Defense Ministry said on Thursday. The indigenous development of these technologies will strengthen the military industrial ecosystem, a ministry statement said. According to the Hindustan Times, super states that Nehru facilitated Austria's emergence as a neutral country, says Chancellor. Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer, during a press conference with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Vienna on Thursday during a later visit. New Delhi, the role of India's first Premier Jawaharlal Nehru in complex negotiations that facilitated Austria's emergence as a neutral and independent country in 1955 was highlighted by Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer at a media interaction with the Prime Minister and the Modi on Wednesday. Bengal CID approaches Bangladesh's High Commission for slain MP's family DNA samples. Bangladesh Party's MP Muhammad Anwarul Azim Anar was allegedly murdered in Calcutta in May. Kolkata, the West Bengal Police Criminal Investigation Department CID probing into the illegal murder of the Bangladesh MP Muhammad Anwarul Azim Anar has approached the Bangladesh High Commission to collect DNA samples of family members of the slain leader. Goa's tourism sector up in arms against 2% sustainability fee in the new tourism bill. State Tourism Minister Rohan Conte said the fee will only be imposed in the certain tourism clusters. An association of Goa hotels and travel businesses has opposed the move to introduce the Goa Tourism Promotion, Management and Regulation Bill, saying it will kill the industry with the additional fees, penalties and compliances while diluting the tourism board by including the government appointed nominees to it. The proposed legislation seeks to replace the Goa Tourist Trade Act of 1984. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, started settling claims at 8.25% interest rate for financial year 2024 EPFO. The post is mentioned about the statement of claims at a high rate of interest while stating that the accounts of continuing members will soon be credited with the interest of financial year 2024, assuring members of no loss of interest due to the delay in the crediting of interest. The retirement fund body said members are not at loss on account of declaration of the rate of interest up to the end of the financial year, as a difference in the rate of interest is paid on to them if the declared rate is higher than the previous year. PM's meeting with the economists' budget focus likely on jobs, rural economy and the manufacturing. With less than a fortnight for the presentation of the Union Budget 2024-25 on July 23, the Prime Minister is learned to have also touched upon the complexities of the center-state relations, particularly with the center funding many programs of source schemes and the states not assuming full accountability for implementing these on the ground. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at a meeting with the economists in Delhi. Too premature to talk about the interest rate cuts, says the Reserve Bank of India, Shaktikanta Das. Governor, the country will achieve the projected growth rate of 7.2% in 2024-25 and is heading towards the 8% GDP growth, Das said during an interview with the CNBC TV 18. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das on Thursday said with the retail inflation still above the 4% target, and he talks about cut in interest rates would be too premature. On the potential growth rate, Das said it is the direction of the growth which is important and not the exact growth number. Synthetic textile marketers seek relief from the QCO's aimed supply chain woes. Industry players reported that the market prices of PSF and VSF increased in financial year 2024 following the implementation of the QCOs on these inputs early on the financial year. Industry experts and researchers attribute export a contraction in the sector to multiple factors, including raw material availability issue arising from QCOs, a slowdown in the global demand, and inverted duty requirement, and the labor-intensive nature of India's textile production, which affects its competitiveness. Going to the science and tech, we have DRDO approves 7 technologies for the development of the private sector. Once again, the project over the development of the underwater launched unmanned aerial vehicles has been awarded to Saga Defense Engineering in Pune. Zika virus, the need to improve surveillance and vector control. Mosquitoes can carry viruses including dengue, yellow fever, chikungunya, and Zika. Zika virus is making the news once again. At least 15 cases, including 8 pregnant women, of Zika have been discovered so far in Pune, Maharashtra. In Karnataka, a 74-year-old who had Zika had died. State Health Department officials say the death was caused by the other factors. Another suspected case in Karnataka is being investigated as well. Patients allege loss of vision after the cataract surgery at Kolkata hospital. Salam Sheikh and his daughter Surya Bibi, the male eye award of the Regional Institute of the Ophthalmology at the Medical College Kolkata. On July 10th, he decided to go home. He was transferred from the Garden Reach State General Hospital after complications arose following his cataract surgery on June 27. The affected, who are mostly old and work as tailors in the Metiburas area, fear a loss of livelihood owing to partial blindness. Salam Sheikh, who is in his 50s, sized and cut fabric threads for a living. After a successful cataract operation on his right eye on June 11, he had gone back to the Garden Reach State General Hospital to carry the same operation on his left eye on June 27. But since then, he says the eye has been left completely blind. Some of us who were affected can at least see the light in their botched eye. I only see darkness, he said. Why Sunita Williams and a Boeing Starliner still in space, explained. NASA astronaut Sunita Williams and Barry William Moore are on board the International Space Station on July 9, 2024. The return of Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams and her NASA peer Barry William Moore to Earth from space has been identified indefinitely delayed. Here's why. Stories so far. Veteran American astronauts Sunita Williams and Barry William Moore are still docked with the International Space Station ISS since June 6 after facing delays, space debris threats, helium leaks, and technical glitches on the Starliner spacecraft on which they travel. Apple to let rivals use tap and go payment. Staves off European Union antitrust fine. Apple's move to open its tap and go mobile payment system to rivals in European Union. Apple's move to open its tap and go mobile payment system into rivals in European Union will bring an end to a 4-year-long investigation that could have resulted in a hefty fine for the company. Apple will open its tap and go mobile payment systems to rivals. European Union antitrust regulators said on Thursday, ending a 4-year-long investigation that could have resulted in a hefty fine for the iPhone maker. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Sayyid Ahmad Khan, who was born on 17 October 1817 in Delhi and died in March 27, 1898. Aligarh, India. Indian educator and a jurist born into a family of officials in the Mughal dynasty. He worked for the British East India Company and held various judicial posts. He supported the British in the 1857 Indian Mutiny, but criticized their errors in his influential pamphlet called of the Indian Revolt. His other works include essays on the life of Muhammad, 1870, and commentaries on the Bible and Quran. He founded schools at Moradabad and Ghazipur, established the Scientific Society sought to strengthen the Muslim community through the reform journal Tahdib al-Akhlaq, and was active in the founding of Muslim College, the Anglo-Mohammedan Oriental College, 1877 at Aligarh. Said maintains a strong legacy in Pakistan and among Indian Muslims. He became a source of inspiration for the Pakistan movement and its activists, including Allama Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. His advocacy of Islam is a rationalist tradition and about a radical interpretation of the Quran to make it compatible with the science and modernity continues to influence the global Islamic formation. Many universities and the public buildings in Pakistan bear Sir Sayyid's name. Aligarh Muslim University celebrated Sir Sayyid's 200th birthday century with much enthusiasm. On 17th October 2017, former President of India Pranab Mukherjee was the chief guest. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan says a famous quotation. He says that it is a categorical verdict of all the nations and great seers of the world that national progress depends on education. He also says that education is the best legacy that a parent can leave for his child. Okay, thank you.